North Korea crisis set to deepen, more tests likely, analysts. Experts are not optimistic about the prospects of tighter sanctions reigning in North Korea's nuclear weapons and missile programs, given that Pyongyang has repeatedly said its ambitions are non-negotiable. But sanctions are the only option available to the international community to put pressure on the regime of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Most recently, North Korean Foreign Minister Ri Yong-ho reiterated at the ASEAN Regional Forum in Manila on Monday, August 7, that his country will, under no circumstances, put the nukes and ballistic rockets on the negotiating table. North Korea has said it won't give up nukes. They have made it explicit and very clear. It's time to believe that, Dr. Sumi Terry, a North Korea specialist with the consultancy Bauer Group Asia, told the Straits Times. On Tuesday morning, U.S. President Donald Trump tweeted, "After many years of failure, countries are coming together to finally address the dangers posed by North Korea. We must be tough and decisive. Get the Straits Times newsletters in your inbox, sign up." But it is in fact the US that is cornered, Dr. Terry said. It is not a new conclusion. Dr. Terry, a former CIA analyst, met with representatives from North Korea and Sweden in June along with a group that included delegates from Japan, China and South Korea in a so-called Track 1.5 diplomatic initiative. She wrote afterwards, "We left more pessimistic than when we arrived. In the absence of other options, the US had to respond," she said this week in a phone interview. However, she added that there should be no illusions about the outcome. "Tightened sanctions make us feel better and it's a last-ditch effort, but I'm not even sure people pursuing it actually think it's going to lead to denuclearization," she said. "If the US wants talks, we have to drop the insistence that they denuclearize. But the US is not going to do it, that's why we have this impasse." North Korea will continue on its path. It will conduct more ICBM tests and probably even a nuclear test, until they feel they have completed their program and are capable of attacking mainland USA with a nuclear weapon, she said. "Unfortunately, we're stuck and this just has to play out. Theoretically, the US could drop preconditions and go to talks with North Korea. But that is highly unrealistic," analysts say. For one thing, it is not certain that North Korea just wants a peace treaty. Mr. Kim's goal could be to use nuclear blackmail to force the US to withdraw troops from South Korea, in effect abandoning Seoul, an outcome that is unlikely but not inconceivable, said Dr. Sung-Yoon Lee, professor of Korean Studies at the Fletcher School of Law and Diplomacy at Tufts University in Boston. The sanctions, if fully implemented, which remains to be seen, will hurt North Korea to the tune of $1 billion, $1 Singapore dollar, 36 billion, in lost revenue, but will not change Pyongyang's calculus. In the short term, they will have no real impact, Dr. Lee said. The assumption that all states will faithfully implement them is unrealistic. They are difficult to enforce. North Korea has no reason to be deterred. They will probably go ahead and conduct another ICBM or even a nuclear test. Mr. Anthony Ruggiero, a sanctions expert and senior fellow at the Foundation for Defense of Democracies in Washington, suggested that robust sanctions had not been tried against the North Korean regime, with the actions taken against Pyongyang far less even now than those that were applied to force Iran to stop its nuclear weapons program. He remained cautiously optimistic that a sustained, robust campaign could significantly raise the cost of North Korea's nuclear missile program. Im Jong-sun, a fellow at the Stimson Center in Washington, told the Straits Times, "We are looking at a strategic tightening of North Korea's revenue from foreign trade. If the purpose is to show North Korea your provocation has consequences and you will be punished, it will have that effect. But are we looking at North Korea really giving up nukes? I don't think so. Slow down their nuclear program? Maybe, but they already have ICBMs and nuclear warheads. North Korea is almost invincible because they are no longer vulnerable," she said. Yet when North Korea feels it has perfected its nuclear missile capability, it may be ready for talks. It would then be up to the US to agree. "I'm afraid this crisis is just beginning. It's going to get more serious. I don't think North Korea is stoppable at this point," Dr. Terry said. "Their calculus is hurry up and get to the point of perfecting their nuclear arsenal and then they will talk. At this point when they are so close, they won't stop."